G'day, I'm Zac Cross from Cross Country Fishing Charters, and this is my Seacruiser 9000. We're at Apollo Bay in Victoria. Yeah, we decided we were going to set off on a bit of an adventure to King Island. King Island's a place that I've never been to before. I've done a lot of research and homework and study on King Island, but it doesn't do it justice. Just to go there and camp on the beach, and it was incredible. You've got exposed reefs with waves breaking over them all the time, and then you've got King Island itself with pockets all through there. Bass Strait, if no one knows what Bass Strait is, you can't take Bass Strait lightly. It can turn at the click of a finger. So you've got to plan your trip properly, and which we did. We knew that it was going to be our roughest part of the trip was going to be at the start, and it was only going to get better for the next 2 days. We obviously had Scotty Gray aboard the boat, and so we're all pretty excited about that because Scotty's one of the best fishermen in Victoria, hands down. Even himself and myself, when you get over there, you've got so many things you can do, and that's the hardest bit. You've got a bommy breaking over here that could be kings. You've got deep water, you've got drop-offs, you've got 30-metre ledges, and there's just so much stuff you can do. It's so much different fishing opportunities you can do there. Really, you need a week. Oh, we got actually quite a variety of fish. Yeah, from we got plenty of your snapper. We got some knife jaw. We got gummy shark. We got school shark. We got plenty of colourful fish. Your sea perch, your nanagai. We got plenty of latchets. A few spur dogs, the boys. Yeah, there was squid, plenty of squid, endless amounts of squid, a lot of arrow squid out there. Most people that know Scotty, they love him, and to go on a trip to have him on my boat, I've been like a kid at Christmas. I've been so excited, and it exceeded all expectations. He's a cracker. Like, he'll be up the back and he's just roaring. He's got a fish on the jig, on the jig with a micro jig. We've done a lot of that too, and to catch a little sea perch this big, he's frothing. His enthusiasm, and it's contagious. Everyone's up and about, and he's a weapon, Scotty. Love of fishing probably started back in the Wimmera in Horsham, where I'm from, with my dad, Pedro. Dad he just loved it, absolutely loved his fishing, and then once I turned 17, I bought my first boat, 488 Savage Offspray, and from there I've just bought and sold for probably 10 years. I bought and sold boats. I always had 3 or 4 boats at one time, from tinnies to big plate boats. I travelled all around Australia and picked them up. Just love it. It was an illness. My partner said, she said it's not an addiction, it's an illness. She reckons something's wrong with me. So I decided I was going to build the boat of my dreams. Originally it only started at like 7 metres. I went and seen a lot of different boat builders. It's a 9-metre Seacruiser from Richardson's Marine. It was sort of like a 3-year process from start to finish. Took me over 9 months. I fully sort of custom designed the boat myself. Yeah, I've drawn something, scribbled it out, drawn it again, moved it, rearranged the house to suit walk-arounds, distances, gaps, rang, Googled. I had a full head of hair before I started, now I'm nearly bald. Dimensions are, well, the boat's overall is 9.3 by 2.95 wide. Originally I started at 7 metres, then it went to 8, then it went to 9, then it went a touch over 9, then it went oversize. The motors went from 200s to 250s, and then I wanted 300s, but Edwin let me, so I'm settled with 250s. I've virtually brought everything I've done with all my boats the last 10 years and just built my ultimate boat. So with the engines, it was designed to have the 200 AP when they first came out, and it seems I got excited with everything else on the boat. I wanted more horsepower, and so we ended up deciding to put the twin 250s on it, APs. Cruising speeds around your 22 to sort of 25 knots. I can get comfortably with sort of 6 or 8 people. On the right day, obviously, I can get 1.2 litres per kilometre. Today, we come in, we had 4 on board, a fair bit of gear. We're going about 33 to 35 knots, and I was using 1.4 litres per kilometre. I had 18.5 pitch props and I've gone down to 17s and just got a slight cup on them just to give me a little bit more traction, especially because we drive a lot in and out through the heads at Port Phillip Bay, and you do get a lot of white water. I just want a little bit more traction. I lost a little bit of top end speed, but I think it makes it a safer boat, so I'm definitely happy with them. I obviously do have a soft spot. I've had a lot of Suzukis on my boats, and these things are just incredible. That fly-by-wire on these, people have got to see it to believe it. Like, they hop in something like this and you punch it and you'll throw people out the back of the boat. Like, they're just incredible. They're absolutely incredible. I love them. This is my office. I want to wake up in the morning and jump out of my skin to come down and hop in this boat, and it does. Like, I'd live on here if I could. Designing it, I wanted enough fuel to do sort of my bigger trips, so like similar to something like this, and so I don't have to be refueling all the time. So we've designed it with 500 litres of fuel. I've got 150 litres of water. I've had Garmin in my last 3 boats. I think my view on electronics, you've got to stick with what you're familiar with and what you trust. I've had all the others, I still love all them, but yeah, I just couldn't look past Garmin, and to have, I ended up going the 24-inch touchscreen, 84/24, and that unit is just absolutely incredible. So I've got twin 175 kilowatt transducers, one high and wide, one low. I wanted a boat to take at least 8 people, so this is surveyed for 8 and 2, and that hence when I finally decided to put the walk around on the boat. That was probably the biggest decision I made throughout the whole build. It was going to be a full width cab and a walk around. I changed it probably 3 or 4 times, and I'm so glad that I ended up going the walk around, because it just gives you that more space, and when you've got that decent fish you can run it right around the boat. The whole cab was designed around my fridge freezers, so I've got 280 litre ice cool fridge freezers, and so that determined the length of the cab. Everything here, I've got a 160 litre esky here, and so this one here is fully removable. You can pull this out and the whole station's removable as well. And then I've designed it so you can get up on the hard cab, like not punters can't, but we can, and when I use it privately, and some people go up there to sleep. I don't know, not pointing any fingers. Yeah, Travi, yeah. Obviously you've got your scuffers, you have to have them for survey, and you've got live bait tanks, you've got livey tubes, for the dream of going to chase your marlin one day. Yeah, second helm, so that come from when I went to the Hutchinwilco boat show in New Zealand. That cost me a lot of money, not just to fly there, but all the ideas I got from that, which come into this boat. And that second station, that was, as second I seen it on a boat there, it was a no-brainer. I said to Ed, I was there with Ed as well, and I said, I want that, and he just started laughing. I use that for my docking because I've just got such a good view of the outside of the boat, and when we're chasing like a good fish, I can come out the back, because I don't want to spend all my time up in the cab. I want to be out here with the punters and yeah, mingling with everyone out in the back deck. With the speakers, I ended up going full fusion, and I went the Signature Series speakers. So they're your 7.7 Signature Series. So I've got 4 of them out on the back deck, 2 up the top in speaker boxes, and then ones there are obviously in a box as well. Most people that know Eddie's obviously an amazing human being, but he gets excited. He loves adventures and trying something, going down a different path. And for about 2 years, I spoke to him nearly every day. His wife, she would have wanted to kill me. Like, I hounded him. I think he took a lot of pride in this too, because I think he knew what it sort of meant to me. He knew, like, I've given everything up I've got to try and make this work. And life's about taking a risk, I think. And once I realised Ed was in it with me, like he backed me 100% of the way. I didn't get into this just to do with the fishing. I love people. As you've probably seen the last few days, I love talking. And it's all about the adventure too. We just try and give people, they leave at the end of the day, whether they've got a bag of fish in their hand or not, they leave with a smile on their face, and they want to come back. So the name's Laura Jane. I've named the boat after my partner, Laura Jane. Without her, I wouldn't have this boat. There's no question this boat put our life on hold for 3 years. She wants marriage and kids and all the rest of it, and I built a boat. But yeah, in saying that, yeah, I would have been, I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. And so naming the boat after her was the least I could do. So it was just, yeah, really, really good.
Fuck, now we're all going to have to name our fucking boat after our fucking partners. Thanks, mate. Fuck us all look bad.